Hey y'all, so I wanted to talk to you guys about our infertility struggles. We have been married for almost 10 years. So from 2007 when we got married to 2013, we decided that we were going to try to get pregnant. It wasn't really, we weren't both in a hurry to get pregnant. We just wanted to see if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then oh well, you know, no big deal to us. But all those years and nothing happened. And then when it got really concerning for us, we were like, why is it nothing happening? So when 2013 we decided we really wanted to start a family, so we started going to go see specialists and see what was wrong. During that time I had lost a lot of weight, almost 100 pounds. I had lost 89 pounds total. So pretty close to 100 to my 100-pound goal, and we thought maybe me losing weight was gonna help, but it didn't. So that was really concerning to us. So when we went to the doctor, we got blood work. I got blood work done. Dustin got work done too, to see what was the issue, and it turns out I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and then I also have hypothyroidism, which is an underactive thyroid. So during that time I was really stressed out. I have broken, not completely broken my tailbone, but I injured my tailbone on a trip here to Colorado. I fell on ice and I injured it, so I was unable to work for a while or move. So I gained most of my weight back then. At the same time I was trying to see fertility doctors, so it was a very stressful time in our life. And then Dustin also had to go to training because he had re-enlisted into a different MOS, so he had to go to training for that new job title. I was still seeing the doctors. During that time, it was discovered that I had a polyp in my uterus during an ultrasound. So we did, I did a HSG, I believe it was called, where they put dye in you. You lay on a table and they put dye in you, and they look at your uterus and stuff, your tubes, to make sure that everything's open and everything's running smoothly. And that HSG verified the polyp in my uterus. So I had to have surgery to get that removed. By that time, Dustin had come home. Well, he was still home. He hasn't left for training then. He was getting ready to leave. So he was able to stay home with me so I can recover. It wasn't a hard recovery because they didn't have to cut me open or anything. So I was able to go do my surgery and then go home. And I was in pain for like 10 days, but it was more like nothing really bad. Like I was still able to do stuff. So they removed that polyp, and we had high hopes of getting pregnant naturally. Again, seeing that the polyp was not in the way anymore, but it didn't happen. So with my hypothyroidism, my follicles are maturing, but they don't get up. They're like starting to mature, but they don't fully mature, so I don't ovulate. And that's part of both PCOS and hypothyroidism. So our next step was to do IUI, but at that time Dustin was at training for Fort Lee, so we're still trying to do kind of naturally. Like I got on prescription, the Clomid, to help me ovulate, but again, he was away. I was in Maryland, he was in Virginia, and so the way we made that kind of work was on the weekend I will go see him. We'll stay at a hotel and stuff, and then or he'll come home for the weekend because he had access to his personal vehicle, and it was within driving distance that he was able to leave to come see me for the weekend when he was off. But again, that didn't work. So we're gonna do IUI then, which was they're gonna take his semen and put it in me and to see if it'll work. But that didn't work out too. It was during the government shutdown, so a lot of the doctors that were working were not working because of the whole government shutdown. So they had military doctors, so I wasn't seeing my actual doctor. And at that time, Dustin was getting ready to leave for Korea. So we were weighing our options, what we wanted to do. Then we were thinking of either me staying there in Maryland by myself and doing like a sperm bank thing with him, and doing the IUI monthly to see if I'll get pregnant that way. But then we realized that's going to be a cost, because even though our insurance covered most of the cost, it was still going to be $165 per IUI treatment. So, and that was not guaranteed. So I don't know if I wanted to do that for a whole year. And then our second option was for me to go to Korea with him, to South Korea with him, because we heard it had incredible infertility doctors over there. But again, the government shut down and everything was very confusing at that time. So Dustin just went ahead and went to Korea, and I moved down to Texas instead. We decided to take a break because it was a stressful year for us. So we decided just to take a break, and I was going to concentrate on my health and while he was away. So that kind of worked out a little bit, but it didn't. When he came back home, same thing. We were he got stationed in Missouri, so we moved to Missouri, and I finally started trying to go see a fertility doctor over there, trying to restart the process, because once you move, you have to kind of like restart your doctors and stuff like that. So I started doing that, and they prescribed me metformin, which is a prescription that most diabetics take. I'm not diabetic, but it helps people with PCOS too. And within a month, I lost 20 pounds just by taking that medicine. And I do have that medication prescribed now, and I have not taken it. I know, bad, but I should be taking it. I'm gonna start taking it. So, but it just affects my hormones so much that I hate that medicine. But I know it's gonna be better for me, so I am gonna get back on it. So I was taking the metformin. It was helping me lose weight. I lost 20 pounds within a month just by taking that medicine. And then I was starting the process, and during one of my appointments, I just started like bawling my eyes out. Like I couldn't control it, and I was crying. The doctor even asked me like, "Are you pregnant right now?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." Like he even tested me, and I wasn't. It was just that medication. And I decided that I was so embarrassed to go back, so I didn't go back. And at that time, I told Dustin, like, I think we just need to take a breather, like, figure out what our step is. Are we gonna do IUI? Because we never actually got the chance to do it because of him having to go to Korea. The dates didn't match for when I was going to ovulate. And then, and we even discussed adoption, but adoption wasn't really on the top of our like priorities. We had decided that we wanted to do naturally first. That didn't work out, so we went through medical. So we're still in the medical part, trying to see if we'll get pregnant with medical help, and if not, then we were gonna do IVF, which is also like they get my egg, they get his sperm, they fertilize it, and then they put it in me. But that was going to be a big cost, and we were debating, do we start saving for that now? Because we knew it was going to be, from a friend of mine who has done it, we knew it was going to be about $8,000 to $10,000. So we were debating whether to start saving for that now. But it so happens that God had other plans for us, and we were surprised with my son. It was November, and his birth mom had asked me if we would be interested in adopting him, because she knew that we were trying to conceive and were unable to. So he is our blessing. Sorry. So he is our blessing. Within two weeks of her asking us, like 2 to 3 weeks from her asking us, he came home to us, and it has been a smooth process with adoption. Like I thought it was gonna be more difficult. I don't know. It just seems like everything was lining up the way it was supposed to be, like it was meant to be, and he has been our blessing. So we completed our family that way. It wasn't our first thought of how we were gonna conceive our family, but I'm glad it ended up this way because I can't imagine my life without him. It all worked out perfectly for us. Everything just aligned like it was meant to be. Even finding our attorney, I didn't know she herself was adopted until after we adopted our son. We went back to her office and she had told us how special adoptions were for her because she herself was adopted, and I never even knew that about her the whole time during the whole adoption process. That never even came up. She never even mentioned it, and she gave us a book of devotionals that she wrote, and it's a lovely book, and she's a lovely person, and the way we found her was amazing because we had gone to the legal aid, and they had sent us the list of attorneys, and we went through two of them, and they were all closed, and her office happened to be open. We just walked in, we're like, let's give this a try. I have a feeling about this. We went in there, and sure enough, she was able to take us on, and the adoption was actually affordable for us, and we were able to cash flow that. So it's been a crazy year. So as of right now, we don't plan to expand our family, but we have talked about maybe in the future. But we don't know if we're gonna go back into trying to do it naturally, like us carry one, or go through fostering to adopt. I'm leaning more towards fostering to adopt. Dustin will kind of like for us to have one. A biological child of our own, but we'll see what our future holds for us. So thank you for watching. Bye.